Well, it's now about 5 o'clock at night. Let me get the actual time. And uh, for a while there, I forgot to hit the record button. It's 5:40. I forgot to hit the record button, so you missed out on a lot of the fun that I went through in trying to get the hardware installed on my first server. But I'll give you a quick recap. Basically, I didn't have the appropriate DVD drive. The motherboard doesn't support parallel ATA, it's only serial ATA. I had to go upstairs to my desktop in my office and take out the DVD drive from there, which is a serial ATA DVD drive. I had some fun trying to actually get the screws out. Long story there, you missed the B-log because I forgot to hit the record button on this silly video recorder. And let's see, what else? Then there was an issue with the disk drives. I didn't have enough screws to actually put all the trays for the disk drives. So I'd hunt around for screws, and I happened to I found enough screws lying around to be able to do it. So that was very lucky with that. And then the other thing was the power supply was insufficient in the case, so I had to rip that out, put another power supply that I happened to have laying around. But the cabling of that power supply is very awkward, and I don't particularly like the way the cabling is in there. And you get what you pay for. The case that I've got is pretty bad. I mean, I put all this time into upgrading the servers. I should probably get some decent cases, but the slots in which the disk drives go into, doesn't quite fit right, and sometimes the disk drives actually will fall a little bit. They sort of slip. They're not quite plugged into the shelves properly. I'll show you that in a second. So I'm now in the process of installing Red Hat. I did manage to get the system posted. It came up good. No problems there. The 4 gigabytes showed up. All 5 disk drives are now visible to the motherboard. Let's see, 3.5 terabytes. I think it's 3.5 terabytes are seen. I've formatted in the 2 drives, the two original. Let's see, the 2 first drives. I did a RAID 1 format for the operating system, and the other 3 terabytes I've done a RAID 5 setup for that. So anyway, that gives me roughly 2 terabytes of disk space, RAID 5 disk space. And so here's what I've got so far. Let's take a look. Here we are. This is this crazy thing. If you notice over here, the power cords are pushing up against the little plastic cover, the clear case cover, and that's just not right. I don't like that. But anyway, it's up, it's running. We're in the process of formatting 2 terabytes. It's taking forever. So I figured I'd do a little vlog just so you guys can to bring you up to date. And here's the rest of my basement. We got the usual, stuff accumulating, screws and extra, I don't know, little. Those are video cards and a bunch of Ethernet cards and manuals, scissors, and cables, and et cetera, et cetera. Those are the old drives from my previous server, the memories for the second server, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, and that's the power supply I had to rip out. That one there wasn't good enough, and this is the motherboard of the original motherboard that I took out of the servers. That's the old motherboard. Okay, so that's it for now. Like, so let's see, we're almost 5 hours into this, and as far as I've gotten is just formatting the disk drives. I still have to install the operating system. Typically what I do is I do a quick installation. I don't install everything. I just do a minimal installation to make sure that the partitioning is working right. I can boot the system when it's done. Many times I've done, suffered through, the hour or so of installing everything from the operating system, and then when you try to go boot it, there's something wrong with Lilo, or there's something wrong with Grub, or you can't boot it because I don't know what, some silly setup issue didn't work right. So that's why you do a quick setup. You don't try to install everything. You install the minimal amount. Let that go through as quickly as possible so you can get to the end. Make sure you boot. You come up and you're have a fully operational operating system. And then I go back and do it all over again once I've confirmed that, and then I install everything that the operating system's got, everything that Red Hat has, which then takes about an hour to install. Okay, that's the program for the rest of tonight. Tomorrow will be server number 2. Wish me luck. Or if something fun happens between now and then, I'll do another video log. Okay, see ya.